Is North America about to change forever? Have you ever wondered what the future of North America looks like? It might be closer than you think. There's a huge, quiet shift happening, and hardly anyone is talking about it. Right now, several U.S. states are seriously considering a radical idea, leaving the Union and exploring new ties with Canada. This isn't just a fantasy, it's a movement driven by real frustrations with economic instability, a fraying social safety net, and a desire for a more progressive welfare system. Meanwhile, Canada is quietly emerging as a more stable alternative, with reasonable taxes, a highly skilled workforce, and a rare sense of political and economic calm. Today, we're going to look at the 5 U.S. states showing the strongest signs of exploring this historic change in 2025. Can you guess any of them? Stick around for the last one, because it's the clearest sign of a major power shift quietly taking shape across the continent. Vermont, the green state, looks north. First up is Vermont, the iconic Green Mountain State. It's a small New England state that shares a long border with Canada, and its cultural and commercial ties with Quebec go back centuries. Vermonters are known for their progressive spirit, their focus on green policies, and a deep sense of community. From organic farming to renewable energy programs, local life is at the center of everything. But in recent years, many Vermonters have grown frustrated with Washington. They see federal policies pushing protectionist trade, cutting social welfare, and increasing military spending, all things that clash with their core values. This frustration has revitalized the Second Vermont Republic movement, which is now gaining new energy with its bold ideas about independence or greater self-governance. Many Vermonters believe that joining Canada would better align their priorities on healthcare, education, and the environment. What really makes Vermont unique is its cross-border connection. Tens of thousands of people travel between Vermont and Quebec every day for work, school, and community projects. These aren't just economic ties, they're deep cultural relationships. For Vermonters, integrating with Canada isn't just a political solution, it's a way to protect the green, community-focused lifestyle that's central to their culture. That's why Vermont ranks number 5 on our list of states with the strongest North.
2. Minnesota, the land of 10,000 reasons. Next, we head to Minnesota, the land of 10,000 lakes. While it's in the Midwest, Minnesota shares a long border with Canada and has had close trade ties with Manitoba and Ontario for decades. These connections go beyond business and extend into education, culture, and community collaboration. As the U.S. economy has faced trade tensions and social volatility, many Minnesotans have started looking north for more stability and a less volatile policy environment. Politically, Minnesota leans liberal and progressive, while the current federal government has leaned populist and conservative. This gap has many residents feeling that if Minnesota were to join Canada, they'd benefit from public healthcare, affordable education, and comprehensive social welfare programs. This is a key factor driving the North Star Canada movement, which is gaining traction in local government, universities, and public forums. Beyond politics, Minnesota has a unique culture. 3. Alaska, the Great North's natural partner. Our third state is Alaska, the northernmost land in North America. Before 1867, it was part of Russia, and even after it joined the U.S., its geographic isolation has made it feel separate and distant. With hundreds of miles of mountains and wilderness, connecting with other U.S. states is difficult. This has fostered an independent culture deeply tied to nature and indigenous communities. Alaska's primary revenue comes from oil and gas, but as Washington restricts extraction to prioritize renewable energy, many Alaskans feel their economic development is being ignored. Canada, on the other hand, offers a more community-focused resource management system. This has led many local leaders to believe that becoming a Canadian province could help them strike a better balance between economic growth and environmental protection. Beyond economics, Alaska also shares deep cultural ties with Canada's northern territories. Inuit and First Nations. 4. Washington State, the Pacific Gateway. Heading down the west coast, we find Washington State, which shares a natural border with British Columbia, Canada. It's not just a hub for technology and progressive politics, it's also deeply connected to Canada. Seattle and Vancouver have grown into a seamless cross-border tech corridor, with companies and people moving between the two cities constantly. Political differences are a key driver here as well. Washington leans heavily toward environmental policies, green energy, and individual freedoms, while the federal government has supported fossil fuels and social program cuts. This divergence has left many Washington residents and businesses feeling at odds with federal policy. They see Canada as a natural partner where their values are prioritized, believing a closer relationship could advance green technology while avoiding policies they see as harmful to their community interests. That's why Washington ranks second on our list. Resident. 5. California, the Golden State's golden opportunity. And now, we come to the top of our list. California, the Golden State, has an economy so large it would rank fifth in the world on its own. For years, California has had movements advocating for secession. But by 2025, as tensions with the federal government escalated, these movements have exploded. Disagreements over taxation, environmental policy, and immigration have sparked a powerful wave of support among residents and businesses, making the idea of heading north more tangible than ever. California's incredibly diverse and dynamic economy, from Silicon Valley to Hollywood to the agricultural Central Valley, gives it immense power. However, federal policies often clash directly with the state's priorities, pushing many to seek an alternative. In this context, Canada emerges as a perfect partner, offering open immigration, a focus on renewable energy, and progressive social welfare that aligns with the values of many